Hello and welcome, dear students. Let us look at the guidelines for speaking, listening test, or enrichment test of a CBSE. For speaking, the skill that is required is the communication skills. In this, listening is inbuilt. That means you listen to a person and you respond by asking a question. And when a question is posed to you, you respond by answering to it. Now, it's a number of sub skills of speaking. It is involved in this. Let us look at the sub skills which can be assessed. That is speaking ineligibly, using appropriate words stress, sentence stress, intonation pattern. That means you need not be flat. They should be rise and fall of voice. Narrating incidents and events, real or imaginary, in a logical sequence. Presenting oral reports or summaries. Over here, it is expected that you use certain analysis data and use analytic language while expressing certain reports or summaries, making announcements clearly and confidently, expressing and arguing a point of view clearly and effectively, taking active part in group discussions. That means the pair discussion that is going to take place. The one person is going to ask a question, the second person is going to respond to the question. This is the group discussion that is proposed over here. And then expressing agreement or disagreement. If you are posed a question where you agree or disagree, it should be very clear and you should justify your argument. Summarizing the ideas, eliciting the views of others, and presenting your own ideas. And expressing and responding to personal feelings. I think, I feel, I believe, I strongly feel, I strongly contend that. That is how you are going to express yourself. Participating in spontaneous discussion, or this is how in the classroom discussion, this is also being considered for your speaking. Now, general instructions that is given over here is that for administering the speaking test is about 10 to 12 minutes are required for this, where two students are involved. That means the speaking test will conclude using having two students at a time, and it is a single teacher to function as the instructor or the assessor. Interlocutor, that means over here the teacher will play the role of the uh, judge or the assessor who is going to assess the discussion that is going to take place. The teacher will not play the role of the teacher as in the class. So the students should avoid asking any question to the person who is assessing them for CBSE. You have to be very, very careful with regard to that. The teacher should be a qualified teacher of language. Now, this is a speaking test. What is involved? This is the role of the teacher. That means should ensure it is a quiet place. We are going to use digital space for our assessments. Then the tone, manner, that is the present the teacher, that is the examiner that is mentioned over here. These guidelines are definitely for the teacher. Then what is expected is that of the student's general introduction. The very first is that the introduction is to be done, but that is a slight warm up. How will that be done? For example, the student will introduce himself or herself, give their name, grade, section, academic year. The student can speak, say, one sentence about himself or herself, family, habits, hobby, and then they proceed to the cue card. On the spot, the cue card will not be given because the topic is already declared to the students. The students will come prepared, and the preparation time, of course, will not be given during the assessments because the students have been given time for preparing, doing their independent research. The language of analysis is also shared with the students. So, on the spot, the students will not be given time to prepare. It is expected that the students will prepare and come. The students will conduct 1 minute delivery of their speech, while when the candidate A is speaking, candidate B will listen very carefully, and at the end of the speech of candidate A, candidate B will pose a question, and the candidate A is supposed to respond to that question. And then candidate B will present the speech and candidate A will listen carefully. At the end of the speech of candidate B, candidate A is going to pose a question and then candidate B will answer. In case if the student is not able to answer, there the examiner may ask a question to the person who has not been interacting or who is not being active, or the speech was incomplete or response was incomplete. The examiner may pose a question to the person so that the person can respond and the language can be judged. Proceeding further to the assessment criteria, the assessment criteria that is shared by the CBSE is that for interaction, when the two students interact, what is to be judged? Look at the point scale, can initiate and logically develop simple conversations on familiar topics, can take turns appropriately. Taking turns is what is being judged at this particular point. Interaction is adequately initiated and developed, can take turns, but need little prompting. In case if the student is not responding, then the examiner prompts, then the score will definitely drop. Develops interaction adequately, makes however minimum effort to initiate the conversation. That means the person is not able to pose a question, not able to frame a question, needs constant prompting to take turns. That means not able to wait to respond. Let us look at the highest level only so that you know you are able to perform to the best. That is a category of interaction that is where points will be awarded. Then for pronunciation, can pronounce correctly, articulate clearly, it is always comprehensible, uses appropriate intonation. That means rise and fall of voice. Mostly correct pronunciation and clear articulation, can be clearly understood most of the time. Very few phonological errors, that means pronunciation errors are there. And then if it is largely, this is something which is below the level. The students are supposed to look at the highest two levels and try to perform at the best level. Then for fluency and coherence, let us look at the highest score. That is, speaks fluently, almost with no repetition and minimal hesitation, develops topic fully and coherently. A lower level would be speaks without noticeable effort, with a little repetition, demonstrates hesitation to find words or use correct grammatical structures or self-correction. That means if you fumble, you say and you're looking for words, then definitely you'll be marked down. Topics not fully developed to the merit. That means though you have spoken on the topic, but you have not developed the topic, you've just lifted certain points and you have shared it, then you have definitely not developed. That means the ability to develop the topic is being rated over here for fluency and coherence. That means how well you develop the topic. Then marking the lower level, the students may look at it, but definitely it is not expected that you perform to that level. Vocabulary and grammar can express with some flexibility and appropriacy on a variety of topics such as family, hobbies, work, travel. That means when you initiate, you are able to give your introduction with good vocabulary and concise language. Then frequently uses complex forms and sentence structures, has enough vocabulary to express himself and or herself. Then can express with some flexibility and appropriacy on most of the topics, demonstrates ability to use complex forms and sentence structures most of the time, expresses with adequate vocabulary to express. The students are not expected to perform below the level of this. Try keeping yourself to level 4 and 5 only. For assessments, students will be marked. This is how the teacher will mark this. The CBSE, as the when the teacher is rating the student, this is how the teacher is going to mark the students. on the scale, the student's name, on the interaction level, what score, pronunciation, fluency and coherence, vocabulary and grammar, and that is how the student's total will be given, and then it will be given, the marks will be given on 5. I hope that this is understood and fairly understood by the students, and the students will follow the rubric shared with them. Now let us look at the language used for analysis, that is analytic phrasing of language. Let us begin with the sentences that can be used for speaking. For example, a person can say the reader supposes that, or if you're using some article, you can say that the reader supposes that, or the reader has proposed that. You can also say that it is clear, therefore, that. Here you can use your expression, your opinion. The suggestion here is that, again, you can give your suggestion after the sentence. Use of the word dash conveys. That means if you're analyzing and you're projecting some idea of a person who has written a report, you can say that the use of this word conveys that. Whereas I clearly propose that, you can conclude the sentence. This demonstrates that. This emphasizes the fact that. When you're using fact, if you're using an opinion, in my opinion, I think, I feel, I believe, you can use that. But if you're using a fact, you can say that this emphasizes the fact that. This proves that. This indicates that. This describes how. This explains how. This persuades us to. This justifies. This suggests. This demonstrating that, and then you can add whatever you would like to add in that sentence. This implies that. The inference to be drawn from this is that. The implication being that. This would suggest that. The supposition drawn from this being that, leading to the supposition that. The students can use this analytical phrasing for their speaking when you are using data, especially when you're using data. This is the language that is to be used. And when you're citing some article, then this is exactly what is the examiner looking for in your language. This is the language of analysis.